What's up, guys? It's Sunny and Ratchet here. I'm Sunny.
I'm Ratchet.
We are working on getting the studio together. We're kind of waiting on some stuff to come in, but we're so excited. We have our fancy brick wall. We have our fancy sign.
Look at that beautiful piece of art.
Yes, yes. Still working on the lighting aspect of it. I will figure it out.
I have no doubt.
But we did at least want to come on and talk about what our podcast is going to be about and why we're doing this.
Let the masses know what to expect.
Yes, exactly. So the very basic premise here is that we all have friends that we go to, and some we go to hype us up, and some we go to talk us down. I'm typically Sunny, and
which I'm thankful for.
Yeah.
She's glass half full. I'm the realist, and sometimes glass half empty.
I know for me, if I'm gonna go Ratchet, it's gonna be in defense of a friend or a loved one. So,
yes,
yeah.
With gorilla suits and salts and yards. You just snorted.
It was a baby snort.
Oh, just wait. Guys, wait. The show will be coming because this woman over here is just entertaining all in herself. You'll hear her sing. She'll start snorting when she laughs, which just makes me go stupid.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, fun times.
Fun times. Yeah.
Sometimes we're a little psychotic.
Right.
So she's got some Ratchet in her, and I love it.
Yep. And you've got some Sunny in you.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. So, people I love.
Yeah. So I've been talking to people about this, kind of the idea of what we're doing here. And something I find interesting is, a lot of people have told me, oh, I would definitely be Sunny, or I would be Ratchet, or,
Which is really interesting. I love this.
Yeah, I know. I love it because it kind of speaks to more than us. It makes it more like, something.
A relationship, a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah. Yes. Turning it into science. So I was at dinner, and one of my other friends, who we hope you guys will meet at some point, she was talking about being Sunny. Her sister was there talking about being Ratchet. And I noticed that my husband was kind of hyping up the Ratchet one. I thought, this is interesting.
He was?
Do what?
He was?
He was.
Oh,
I know, Mr. Non-confrontational. But he isn't. He's definitely one of those somewhere in between.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's kind of funny. They were like talking about stealing a table, and he was egging her on, and he's like, if we move 2 people at a time, they won't know.
They won't know.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh Lord, what am I going to do with you? Another thing about the whole Sunny and Ratchet dynamic is that we experience some of that within ourselves. Because I am not always Sunny. I've definitely had my Ratchet moments.
I have stories.
She has stories. I have stories too. So, it's that idea. I think it's kind of examining ourselves, examining our relationships, and I don't know, finding the ties that bond. We've talked.
That's right there.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. We want to look at some diverse topics, look at different points of view, and find that common ground. And so that's one of the things I thought about when I was considering this idea. I read a book by Brene Brown, and there was a chapter that was called "People Are Hard to Hate Close Up, Move In." And that chapter and just that statement alone has really stuck with me for a long time.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, like just kind of that idea, because sometimes we just don't understand other people and what motivates them, and it can be easy to see someone as stupid or a monster or any other list of things that we can discount them as,
because you don't agree with their perspective or their point of view or their lifestyle.
Right. And so how do we overcome that? Well, we get to know people because, the human condition, we can't help but feel love for those that we understand and have compassion for.
Yeah.
So,
and just listen.
mm-hmm.
Just listen. You don't have to agree with them, but just listen.
Exactly.
Especially if they're family, friends, whatever. I mean, just because a family member doesn't agree with you doesn't mean you have to cut them off.
Yeah.
I mean, like your chapter says.
Yeah.
It's hard to hate up close.
Mm-hmm. It's that idea of we can love people that
Yes.
disagree. We can understand people that disagree, or we can just leave people alone.
I can love you even from afar. I can love you or respect you even if I don't agree with you, and I just can't be part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, minus certain situations. I don't have to agree with you, but I can still love you.
There's a quote, and I really love it. Oh gosh, who said it? Anyways, my mom would always say everything in moderation, and then I saw a quote, and it was everything in moderation, including moderation. And I feel like those are good words to live by, right?
Yeah.
Because there's I think one guarantee in life, and that's the exceptions to the rules.
I thought you were going to say death in Texas. But that is good advice. Mm-hmm. Everything in moderation, including moderation. Mm-hmm. I should probably try to take that one.
When you get to know people, and you see them as human beings, that you find ways to come together and find common ground, and that's one of my hopes for this podcast.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely, it's about knowing that we don't have to agree all the time, but we can still express our opinions, and I know you're still gonna love me even if you don't agree with what I'm saying. It's about being able to express yourself and talk about things that you don't want to talk about because everybody's got a different point of view and you don't want to be yelled at. This is just a release for me personally.
I love that. I do, because I think that, yes, you're right. We hold back because we don't want to have conversations out of hate and anger. But I would definitely say something that's true about the both of us is that we are interested in hearing other points of view to understand.
Yeah.
So I know one of the things you post on your own social media a lot of times is you'll get frustrated about something. You're like, make it make sense. And it sounds ratchet and it sounds angry, but I know what you're saying is, I just don't understand. There's the pause. Does that mean that we're done?
I think we're done because I don't know what to say anymore.
Well, all right, guys. That's kind of the gist of our podcast, and we just kind of wanted to give you an idea and say, come check us out. We're going to start recording episodes soon and get those out there.
Yep. So, yay, welcome.